Hi everybody, this is Kefren, your favorite French Canadian. Today I'm going to do a review of a new monitor that I just received, the LG 32GQ950, a pretty long name. Very cool monitor, it's for gamer, it's in the UltraGear line. 4K 144 Hz, you can overclock it at 160 if you want. The price of this monitor is $1,299 US, but honestly I saw it, I think, in Best Buy, even Amazon, I think, at 999 USD. So definitely look at this. The display panel behind it, it's an IPS panel. Aspect ratio, it's 16:9, so it's a flat monitor. I really like those. I'm not a huge fan of ultra wide. 4K, like I said, and display HDR VESA 1000. I did a lot of testing, and honestly, you can hit your 1000 nits on this monitor. So really good. Honestly, last year all the monitor didn't have like proper HDR, and now we have like a very good brightness on this monitor. It's also compatible with G-Sync and FreeSync Premium, so you have the old package. If you want to do 4K 144 Hz with HDR, you can also use your FreeSync. We're gonna start to talk about build quality first. The build quality is okay for this monitor. If you look at the stand, it's all plastic. Maybe I will like something more premium, like metal over there, but honestly, you will not have any issue with it. The stand is great. You can like up and down easily, and it's a good feel. You don't hear any crackling when you're moving your monitor, and you can also tilt your monitor easily. Also, I want to mention, it's really easy to mount. You don't need any tool. You just take your monitor, you clip it, and after that you have a screw that you just turn a little bit to make sure it's tight with your stand and everything works properly. So I really like that. Also, behind of it, you have like two HDMI port 2.1, so full bandwidth, no compression, so that's pretty cool. You have your display port 1.4, and you have a couple of USB with an USB 3.2, so really cool. Also very easy to use. They're not like in some weird angle, so really easy to plug stuff. And under your monitor, you can also plug an headphone jack, so that's really cool. I always use my headphone jack when I'm streaming with a console because I'm capturing my console with the HDMI sound, so I just have to plug my headphone and I'm getting also my sound. So really cool feature, and also very easy to use because it's under the monitor. Now let's talk about image quality. So first of all, we're gonna talk about the elephant in the room. It's an IPS panel, so you don't have a crazy amount of contrast. It's 1000 by 1. So if you use to OLED, you will not necessarily like what you're seeing with contrast, and also black uniformity is not very great. I had like some weird bleeding also in my screen with when I was like just loading some game, and when the whole monitor was black. I'm gonna show you a B-roll for that. So bottom right, bottom left, a little bit top right also. But honestly, when you're playing a game or watching content, you will not necessarily see your bleeding, but contrast, black uniformity, this is not the strength of this monitor. The strength is definitely the brightness. Really impressed with it. So if you're watching SDR content, you can do 450 CD for your brightness. You can hit, like I said, your HDR peak brightness at 1000 nits. So the luminosity is really good, but you have only 32 zone of local dimming behind your monitor. It's in two different rows. What it can do, if your content is all about luminosity, like big HDR, everything is white, you have like the sun, etc., it's very nice. Like your HDR, it's perfect. But if you have like a combination between dark and HDR, like big luminosity, like a sun or something like that, fire, you will see some weird blooming with that. So it's not necessarily like the best HDR monitor on the market if you compare with a real monitor or TV with local dimming. But if you just want pure luminosity, you will not have any issue with this monitor. Let's talk a little bit about the OSD. I'm really a fan of LG OSD because they're really simple. You have like a small joystick under it, and it's pretty easy to change your stuff. First of all, for the response time, I recommend normal or fast. With fast, you will have a little bit overshoot, but your input lag will be lower than normal. So that's why I'm playing at fast, because I'm a gamer. I'm using the FPS game mode over there. Game adjust, you have the overclocking if you want to do the 100 160 Hz, sorry. Adaptive sync, your black stabilizer, response time, crosshair if you want to put FPS count, that will be at top of left of your monitor. So pretty cool feature. You have all your sharpness, brightness, contrast, everything is pretty much there. Your input and all your general stuff over there. One thing that I want to mention, it's very easy to use when you plug it with the a console. I play some God of War Ragnarok on my Twitch channel with it. I was amazed. Like a lot of monitor are struggling with the HDMI 2.1. Did you try to plug it? It doesn't work. You don't have your refresh rate and stuff like that. With this one, it works perfectly. I test my Xbox Series X, my PS5, like I said. Everything looks great and everything is compatible. You will not have any issue with it. So to conclude, we're gonna start with the pros and cons. So first of all, the pros, very easy to use, everything is working. Like if you talk about just the mounting system, the USD, the compatibility, everything works properly. Proper HDMI 2.1 when you add any compression, so full bandwidth over there. The brightness is amazing on this monitor. It's rare to have like a very good monitor with proper brightness like this. I'm used to with TVs, but not monitor. Low input lag, so if you're a gamer, not an issue with this. And also the text, the clarity of the text is very clear. So I know a lot of folks now working from home and also they are gamer. So you're getting both worlds. So you're getting a very good gaming monitor, but also for your text clarity when you're working, it's not an issue. It's not like OLED TV. So really, that's a good plus if you're working from home. For the cons, like I said, low contrast. It's an issue if you're used to OLED. You don't have like the full experience with HDR because of the local dimming zone, like I said, with the blooming issue. And also the black uniformity is not very great, so also with the bleeding stuff. So it's all about, honestly, everything connect to the IPS panel, I think, like the contrast issue, black uniformity, bleeding and stuff like that. But you know, you always have to make compromise with monitors, so this is it. For me, honestly, it's an 8.5 on 10. I really like this monitor. I'm not a huge fan of ultra wide monitor, so for me it's the first like proper 4K with proper brightness, flat monitor that I'm using, and I really like it. Also, I just want to mention, a lot of people like those tryhard gamer don't know if they prefer 27 versus 32 inch. For me, 32 inch, sorry, is amazing for content, amazing for working, and amazing for single player games. But when I want to play tryhard game like on Showdown, Warzone and stuff like that, I think I prefer 27 inch. So I just want to mention that. If you have any question about this monitor, just comment in the YouTube section, post me any question about it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Peace.